Hey preschool teachers, it's Rebecca here. Welcome to week 10 of the spring semester, and this week is Rock Your Socks Off week, so gonna be a super fun one. And this week we are still focusing in on our cartwheel and our shapes of the week. We'll still look at our straddle, but we'll also be talking about pointed toes and toes up over our heads in positions. So this week for warm-ups, you got lots of fun options. There's fun things we can do in our socks, like tiptoe around the gym. We can go jumping in our socks, bear walks in our socks, any way to incorporate those into your warm-up. You could also have a socks dance party if you wanted to, or if you like the position dice, you can roll those and have them focus in on pointed toes and try out some flexed feet and doing different things with their toes. So lots of fun options there, and let's get ready for Rock Your Socks Off week. First up, we're going to start with the first half of our floor circuit, and today we're starting on the little red trampoline with our star jumps. First one, focusing on those big wide feet. We also have our either monkey jump, or if your kids are advanced and they're working their cartwheels, we'll have our cartwheels starting in our lunge. Arms up by our ears, and they'll use either hands. And there's dots on the floors to help them land in their lunge. Next, they're gonna come over and review their front roll. So that's starting with hands up, hands down, look at our belly. If you're spotting them, you can spot them by their hips. Next, to go with our silly socks week, we're gonna do fast feet around the cones. There's a line here, so they can try to run really fast feet through the cones and back to the start. That's it for the first half of floor. Let's take a look at the second half of floor this week. So starting here, we have a cartwheel off the panel mat. You'll be able to switch the dots for whichever side leg that our friends decide they're going to use. So they're gonna put their hands on the dot and try to land in their lunge. So if I'm ready, I start my lunge, my hands go on orange dots, and I try to land on the blue. This will be your spotting station, so you're gonna really help them stick this landing. This off the panel mat's gonna help them have time to land 1 foot at a time, hopefully. Next, they have their horsey kick, and there's a little horse here. So they got their lunge, they're gonna do toes up. And then next, they're gonna do another toes up in the air. This is our Spider-Man handstand. Hands down, toes go up the wall. And then last, they're gonna do a candlestick. So this is another toes up over our head. They're gonna focus on putting their pointed toes on the ceiling. Roll back, toes up. If your kids are more advanced, you can have them try that candlestick roll all the way to standing. It's a good advancement for that. And that is the second half of floor for this week. All right, now it's time to talk about beam for this week. So we are gonna start with a cartwheel on our floor Velcro beam. I got lots of dots here to help them with their hand and their foot placement. So this will probably be your main spotting station. And we're gonna start in their lunge, and we're gonna try our cartwheel on the beam. And then next they're gonna come up, there's a little flamingo here, so that means they're gonna practice their flamingo stand. That's just standing on 1 foot, arms out, toe goes by knee. Next, we're gonna do a little review from last week. This is our straddle jump downs. So notice a couple of kiddos were having a little trouble with this motion. So we're gonna jump feet out, feet in, and then we're gonna do it again. Feet out, feet in. Next, we're working on pointed toes with our ice cream scoops. We've got some little ice cream cones here, and they're going to dip. We're going to see if we can help them this week start to bend their knees a little bit so they can dip down towards the floor. Next, in their crazy socks, they're going to go up on their tippy toes and walk all the way down on releve to the squeaker. Next, they're going to bear walk, so hands and feet. Working on straight legs and strong arms, all the way down. And then last but not least, I know it's a little hard to see over here, but I got 2 ducks. They're gonna jump out to their straddle and and do a straddle stand. So wide feet, hands go down to the floor. And that will be it for beam this week. All right, welcome to bars for week 10. So this week we're gonna look a little bit at casting. So we're gonna use those pointed toes in our socks. And we're gonna jump up to front support. Push the bar down towards our hips and swing our feet. I'm not really tall enough to do this with straight legs, but we're gonna work on straight legs and pointed toes. They can also practice their front rolls, or if your class is working pullover, they can pull over and then try their casts. Next, they're gonna review that straddle hang that we did last week. So toes, I'll put some socks up here. They're gonna put their toes on the socks and work their straddle hang. Parallel bars are also the same. They're gonna push up and practice their straddle overs. Then on the little parallel bars, we've got some bean bags and a bucket. They're gonna try to put the bean bag in their toes and transfer the bean bags into the buckets. Next, they get to go, they have it easy on this one, they get to go through the tunnel. And that will be it for our bar section. And last for this week, we have vault. So we're focusing in on those pointed toes and toes up. So we're gonna start with some hopscotch. So they're gonna work jumping on 1 foot to 2 foot down the hopscotch mat. I know they'll probably all be sad that there's nothing to swing on this week, but figured hopscotch would be fun for our silly socks. So all the way down, they're gonna hop 1, 2, 3, and out, just like the hopscotch. Next, they're gonna work that straddle on position again, like last week, jumping from 2 feet to 2 wide feet. Big straddle. Next, they've got another horsey kick or handstand, starting in their lunge and toes up. You can follow the little stone pathway. And we'll review our straddle or star jumps all the way down. Your spotting station, we'll continue to work on that cartwheel. We have the cartwheel mat here, so you can turn it whatever direction you need to help spot them on their cartwheel. So starting in lunge, hands down, toes up, landing in our lunge. I'm gonna turn my camera here so you can see the end here. So they come off the tumble track, and we're gonna have springboard donkey kicks. So 2 feet on the springboard, hands on the blue hands, and they're gonna jump their feet up. And then last, you can't really see it, but there's some green squares on the floor. They're gonna do their pike stretch. You could have them point their toes or flex their toes or take turns pointing and flexing. And that will be the last spot before they head back to the hopscotch station. And that will be it for vault this week. Hope you have fun.